time.
This was my idea. You know you're getting old when you suggest an idea for the show and then you forget that you did. So, with that said, the category we're going to discuss now is the most important songs of all time. Can you think of it? What is going through your brain right now as we discuss the most important songs of all time? Maybe for you, it's a Beatles song. Maybe it's Hey Jude.
There could be a lot of personal preference in this. I tried to take myself out of it, and I had to do a lot of research for this too, because traditionally I don't listen to a wide variety of songs,
right.
So I didn't have a broad base to go off of, so I did some research.
Yeah, I also hit the books for this one. I tried to think, like, what for me just symbolizes importance, and so for my number 3, I wanted to put the Star-Spangled Banner, but then I thought, how selfish of me.
Yeah.
So I didn't. I put any country's national anthem because there's so much pride and importance. We don't have a ton of countries in the world, but yet pretty much every country has a national anthem and something that they stand up for and they believe in and they fight for. And that, to me, is almost unmatchable importance. Some people cry during said national anthem at certain moments. So think about the importance. If a song can bring you to tears, or a lot of people to tears, important.
That's probably one of the most frequent songs that you hear. Yeah. You don't really think about this, but every single ball game you've attended,
watch television,
big events that you go to. I mean, the national anthem is played, so it's probably one of the ones that you hear the most frequently.
Absolutely.
And if you don't have it memorized, you're just not a very good patriotic person
for whatever country.
Even though the Star-Spangled Banner is one of the hardest songs to sing,
yeah,
it's got a pretty wide range.
You sang it once.
I tried. Yeah, attempted to sing it.
This is a true story.
Game.
He was asked to sing it, and he performed before a game.
Yeah,
and I heard he did well, but I think it was his own mother that said that, so it doesn't really count.
Yeah, nothing counts when your mom says you did a good job.
We can open up maybe a different forum for those that attended to see how Jones did when singing the national anthem.
The Star-Spangled Banner. A little bit squeaky. He was in high school, so the voice kind of went up and down a little bit.
He was still changing at that age.
My number 3 is The Twist.
Oh.
So our guy Chubby Checker, you know, he created it back in 1960, and it was the reason why it's so important is because one of the first songs that you could dance to by yourself. Before then, all the other songs, when you had to dance with somebody and mimic what they did. In this case, you could dance by yourself, and it's one of the first songs to do that. So because Chubby Checker did that, me and you can now live the freelance dance style that we know in the clubs.
I like freelance dance style. That's a good sentence you just put together. But yeah, that I never thought of it. You know, you even think back to like if you've ever watched this timepiece show where it's like Old English, every dance is performed with someone.
Right.
Maybe we should go back to that.
You think duets as far as dances need to come back. Ballroom dancing.
Yeah, if I'm a rapper, I want to put out a song that you have to dance with someone else, like some cool hip hop song, but you can't do it by yourself. I think it would catch on.
That's a good idea.
Thank you.
My number 2 is a little bit more serious. The first one's kind of lighthearted, but War, back in 1970. So this one was created as
What is it good for?
Yes, War is it good for, yes. Thank you. This one was created as an anti-war, it's a protest song, but the reason why it became so big is because it reached number 1 on the charts. So it had that spread that no other protest song, at least going against the war, had quite yet. And so that was kind of like the anthem for those and brought a new audience to the anti-war kind of scene.
And even now, I think a lot of generations still know the song, can sing the song.
Got put in a lot of movie soundtracks. That's the reason why it spread. I mean, I know it because of Rush Hour.
I'm assuming it was in Forrest Gump, but I don't know. Like every popular big song in that era was in Forrest Gump. If we're wrong, call us out on it. Hell, I don't freaking know, all right? My number 2 is the alphabet song. ABC song.
It is pretty important for development.
Thank you.
With our kids at our age.
So there, obviously, maybe I'll blow your mind here, but the alphabet song basically is Twinkle Twinkle Little Star.
That's true.
Now, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star was written first, and it was based on another lullaby that was written by Mozart.
Really?
So the ABC song tracks back to, basically its composer is Mozart. Nah, gotcha.
Classical music, ABCs.
Gotcha, didn't I? Pretty important song though. It's lasted this long. But for me, history of communication, one of the courses that I oft teach,
That's a good word.
Basically, the Greeks were popular for making the alphabet kind of sing-songy. It wasn't this particular song, but they wanted the youth and the alphabet and language in general to become more attainable to all sorts of people, all classes of people. So I would say the alphabet song in general, however it was composed, but I think this has a lot of history within itself, the ABC song that we sing. Number one, for me, I got to go with Happy Birthday. I mean, it's the most recognized song according to the Guinness Book of World Records. It's the most recognized song in the English language.
I would agree with that.
So that's not just in America, that's in the English language in general. Now, a huge ruling came down that the song Happy Birthday, because now like restaurants would sing it, but now they made up their own versions of songs. But basically, you have to pay a licensing fee if you want to sing it to
because it's been copyrighted.
Warner Chappell Music, who owns the rights to Happy Birthday. They made like the year that passed, I don't know what year that was, they made like $2 million because people actually paid royalties or were forced to pay royalties
to do it.
Happy Birthday.
Happy Birthday. That might be the number one song that you hear over across your lifetime. It may not be the StarSpangled Banner.
You got to hear that.
Happy Birthday. And how many birthday parties you attend, especially with your own kids.
It's got to be number one,
It's got to be number one.
Number one song you hear.
Do you say "and many more" after Happy Birthday, or you just drop it after the last Happy Birthday?
I'll throw in a huge twist for you.
Okay.
My family actually has a different song that we sing after Happy Birthday.
Can you sing it for us?
I can.
How's it go?
It goes, Jesus bids us shine with the clear, pure light, like a little candle burning in the night. In this world of darkness, we must shine. You in your small corner, and I in mine.
Nice. So they've always done that.
I don't know the history of this song.
Ever since you were little.
I'll have to ask my dad or something. I don't know.
I'm not traditionally to sing something after the Happy Birthday, like Many More, or like
you're not one of those guys.
One of them.
Yeah, I'm not that either.
Is that a bad thing or a good thing if you sing that afterwards? I don't know.
It could be an annoying thing.
Yeah.
Then many more.
My number one is Strange Fruit. So I'm going to kill the mood right here with Happy Birthday. Strange Fruit, Billie Holiday back in 1939. I'll be honest that I have never heard this song before.
Okay.
Kanye released his version on Yeezus. So he sampled the song on Yeezus to bring, the tone against racism back. So when it came out with Billie Holiday back in 1939, nobody had protested racism before then. This was the first musical big name artist, celebrity in general, to protest against racism, and she did this publicly by calling out what lynching had done, the cruelty to black African Americans in the country. So this really shed light to those people who may not have heard what was happening in the South yet. So I rank this as number one, not only because of the cultural impact that it had, but also the historical significance, because a lot of people use that in the civil rights movement as one of their theme songs. So for mine is Strange Fruit, again, a little darker subject.
How can I hear that song? Is it downloadable?
It is downloadable, yes. And also the Kanye version on Yeezus,
Remix.
Blood on the Leaves.